What is Google's unfair advantage? It's not search, it's not AI, it is the network. Google owns one of the largest private fiber optic networks on earth, while other clouds force your data to travel on a messy, slow public internet. Google builds its own private highway under the sea. Today, we hand you the keys to that highway. Hi, I am Amit Ghosh, your cloud career architect. Welcome back to the GCP Associate Cloud Engineer crash course. Networking scares people. Subnets, CIDR ranges, firewalls. It sounds boring, right? But in the telecloudify model, we don't memorize protocols. We visualize flow. If you master the network, you master the exam. So let's dive in. Now in my previous video that we have learned about or had a refresher on the basics of cloud computing. So let's explore Google's own network that Google Cloud runs on, the Google Cloud Network. Google's network is the largest network of its kind, and Google has invested billions of dollars over the years to build it. Google's global network is designed to give customers the highest possible throughput and lowest possible latencies for their applications by leveraging more than 100 content catching nodes worldwide, which are locations where high demands content is cached for quicker access to respond to user requests from the location that will provide the quickest response time. Now Google Cloud's location underpin all of the important work we do for our customers. From redundant cloud region to high bandwidth connectivity via subsea cables. Every aspect of our infrastructure is designed to deliver your services to your users, no matter where they are around the world. Google Cloud's infrastructure is based in 7 major geographic locations: North America, South America, Europe, Africa, the Middle East, Asia, and Australia. Having multiple service locations is important because choosing where to locate applications affects qualities like availability, durability, and latency, the latter of which measures the time a packet information takes to travel from its source to destination. Each of these locations are divided into a number of different regions and zones. Okay, so each locations will be divided like regions, and under regions there will be zones. So regions represent independent geographic areas like Europe West. This is a region, okay, and it composed of many zones. Like under Europe West 2, maybe that is present in the London. Under that there will be different zones like Europe West 2A, Europe West 2B, Europe West 2C. So a zone is an area where Google Cloud resources get deployed. Okay, so a zone is an area where Google Cloud resources will be deployed. Means you will deploy all the Google Cloud resources over there. For example, let's say you launch a virtual machine using compute engine. More about compute engine in a bit. It will run in the zone that you specify to ensure resource redundancy. You can run resources in different regions. This is useful for bringing applications closer to users around the world, right? And this is also for protection in case there are issues with an entire region, say due to some natural disasters. But the application will run from the other region like this and this. Maybe this is A, this is B, and this is C. If A region got impacted due to some natural disasters like cyclone and something else, then B and C region will be there to work or to make your application up and running. So your application will not get impacted by this natural disaster of one region. Okay, so some of Google Cloud services support placing resources in what we call a multi-region. Okay, so some services can run in multiple geographic locations like in Netherlands and in Belgium. So these are two regions. Okay. For example, spanner multi-region configurations allow you to replicate the database's data not just in multiple zones, but in multiple zones across multiple regions as defined by the instance configuration. So under this zone, under this region, there will be many zone Z1, Z2, Z3, and there is also ZA, ZB, ZC. There also there will be the your application replica will be present in this zone. So this is called as multi-region concept. These additional replicas actually will enable you to read data with low latency from multiple locations close to or within the zone region in the configuration, like this the Netherlands and the Belgium. Okay, so the number of zones and regions Google Cloud supports is increasing all the time. Okay, right now it is about 127 zones and 42 regions, but these locations are getting updated very frequently. So you can find out that current locations in this link cloud.google.com/about/locations. From there you can get the updated list of the Google network regions and zones. Hope these regions and zones, this concept are clear to you. You now understand the backbone. You know why Google is faster. In the next video, we are going to discuss about the environment. And if you understand the concept till now, then comment below understand. Then I will bring some super cool bonus video for you. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. See you in the next video.